So a few days ago, the Division developers posted their first intelligence annex about changes coming to the next update in the Division 2. So this one is focused around the specialization revamp that they are doing. So in this video, I will cover what they said, and I will also give you my opinion on all the changes. I do know I'm like super late with this video, but that's because I was doing some secret stuff while they actually released this article, and I also had my 5-year anniversary stream and other stuff just delaying this. But I thought about it, even though it's late, I still want to make a video about this. So yeah, here we are. In case you missed though, the next Division 2 update did get delayed, and they said it will release in February 2022. They're supposed to keep us up to date with these intelligence annex articles. With all that said though, let's get into what they actually said. So they said that we are gonna get more details shared closer to launch, but we are getting a sneak peek on how we will get more choices in building your perfect agent. So with that comes the specialization revamp, and this is something I've personally been asking for since the start. I never understood why they would even add in a specialization with so-called options when you get to spec everything anyway. There's no choices, and it felt really pointless and wasted potential, and I'm surprised it took them this long to change it, and it's literally been like the worst talent tree I ever seen in a game like this. Anyway, they finally realized that it was a bad system by doing some high tier build research what people used in both PvE and PvP content, and understood that the specializations were not adding anything to the builds. And I'm quite shocked by that. Sometimes I really think they should listen to the community instead of waiting like 1 to 2 years to understand with their special research that they were wrong. Because this is not the first time something like this have happened. Anyway, with the next update, their goal is to make specialization improve both build diversity and player choices, and they're doing this by splitting up the specialization progression into a linear level and a specialization tree. So they talked about the linear level progression. So the current specialization tree is mandatory, and it requires you to add and remove points when you want to try out new weapon types, for example. Which I agree, it's pretty stupid that you can even choose weapon damage like that, because I mean all trees have it, so you might as well not even have it in the tree, because it doesn't really add much to the game in my opinion. So to fit their ambitions, they are moving those elements into a strictly linear level system. So this will be where you unlock your skill variants, specializations, sidearms and upgrades, and signature weapon power. They said where all the power increase comes from type of perks will be moved here once they've been reviewed and tuned. Once you unlock those benefits though, they will remain permanently on your character as long as you have that spec active. The linear level progression will also reward you with specialization points to spend in the new specialization tree. So most of that sounds really good to me, but it definitely sounds like we have to refarm our specialization points, and I'm not really sure about that decision. Hopefully there is enough new content and stuff to do to make the specialization leveling feel worth it, and just not force it to make us play the game more. Because I know most people hate to refarm stuff like this unless there's actually new content that makes up for it. But I do have a feeling that they will actually have some content for this, otherwise it's just plain stupid. So with the addition of a linear progression system, they will be entirely reviewing the specialization tree to provide a stronger focus on customizations and choices to the players. There will not be enough specialization points to purchase every perk on the tree. Instead, you will need to choose what perks best fit your playstyle. And this is how a skill tree should be. And I'm really happy to hear that they are going this route. Because I think in the previous tree, where you get everything, it's just dumb and kind of pointless. A system like this is way better, and it gives you more options to make more unique builds, which I think is something a game like this should strive for. I just hope they manage to make the talents balanced, so we don't have ones that everyone will go for almost every build. Of course there will be a meta though, but hopefully we have enough good ones to actually open up for build diversity. But I'm super happy to hear that they are going this route though, because this is the best way. So the specialization tree focuses on 3 different elements: signature weapons, armor kits, and also grenades. For grenades and armor kits, they want to provide alternate uses which may be triggered instantly in addition to their normal behavior. So maybe you use your armor kit and get a 10% damage buff, just as an example. So this tree will let you pick whatever the armor kit or grenades have these alternate quick uses and invest extra specialization points to improve up on them. For the signature weapons, they want to allow players to customize their behavior, and spending more points would increase the impact that they have, and with that they are making named enemies vulnerable to signature weapon damage, so it doesn't feel useless to spec it. They're also reintroducing signature weapons to PvP since they want everyone to be able to enjoy these new changes. To avoid making them too overpowered though, players will be treated the same way as a named enemy when it comes to signature weapon damage. So overall, I think this sounds pretty good, but I feel like there is some more stuff they could focus on instead of only grenades, armor kits, and signature weapons. Looking back at Division 1 and the talents, I wouldn't mind seeing some passive talents and such, even though I know most of Division 1 talents wouldn't work, but please just bring us back on the move and instant medkits with critical save. Hearing about signature weapons returning to PvP though does not sound good at all to me, but hopefully they could be implemented nicely, but I honestly kinda doubt that, but I guess time will tell. Then we have the last thing, which they called the power of choice. So specializations and its signature weapons are tied to each other, but that's no longer true for their mods, skill variants, and sidearms anymore. By leveling up a specialization, you will unlock these formerly specialization restricted specific items for use by other specializations. So you could, for example, use an artificer hive with the mortar turret while using the survivalist D50. And they end the article with saying that these changes and other exciting improvements are coming with the next update set for February 22. Overall though, I think most of the stuff sounds really good actually. I do wish they would have showed this with pictures though, so it would be easier for most people to understand, but hopefully you guys understand what they mean. I think this is a good step in the right direction, trying to go away a bit from the super simplified system that I feel like Division 2 have right now. So I'm hoping actually that there's more stuff like this on the way, and maybe we even get a Gear 3.0, because I think current Gear 2.0 is just too simplified as well. The first system we had when the game launched was a bit too hard, and I can understand not everybody wanna sit with an Excel sheet when they're making their builds, but let's at least try to meet in the middle there for a Gear 3.0, because I think that would benefit the game overall. But to be honest, I think that's a little bit unlikely. Anyway though, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will make sure to cover the next Annex article earlier than this, but I just couldn't do it this time. Let me know if you prefer this video done this way, or if you prefer me just reading the article text and first impression. Anyway, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, and subscribe for more content, and I catch you guys in the next video.